former impeachment defense attorney Bill Brennan and former federal prosecutor Gene Rossi. Except I'm going to ask you two handsome cats to flip in roles on this. And Bill, thank you for joining me. Gene, of course, as always. Bill, do you like this case? Is it the right case under the law and facts as you understand them?
Well, Chris, thanks for having me. Gene, always a pleasure to be with you. I see the Gene Rossi War Room on my social media. I admire you so much. But Chris, I don't like anybody getting indicted. It's like legal cancer. Mr. Bolton is presumed innocent, but I will say this to you. I know there's a lot of talk about lawfare and the president's revenge and blah, blah, blah. And that may or may not be true. But in this particular case, Chris, it's very important to remember this has gone on for years, allegedly from the first Trump administration through the Biden administration, through this. And it was a speaking indictment. I've been defending criminal defendants in federal court for 39 years. A speaking indictment's a problem. It's 18 counts of this and that, and I mean it's a big problem. So do I like it? No, I don't like any indictment. But I think Mr. Bolton has a huge problem. And the other thing that's going to haunt him, Chris, is the video clips of him saying, if I did what they said Secretary Clinton did, I'd be in an orange jumpsuit. My God. I mean, if anybody should know better, it's John Bolton.
Well, that raises a good question, Gene. Wouldn't he have known better? Would he have willfully and knowingly violated a law that he knew would be easily discovered? We know the Biden administration dropped it. I guess you could write that off as them seeing him as a friendly, although he is not a friend of Democrats. He's just been very critical of Trump, but maybe that's enough for Democrats. But how do you see it in terms of the strength of the case versus what's motivating the case?
Well, it's good to see you, buddy. I have to say, if the allegations are proven, this is a very strong case. And what gives me solace about the strength of the case is that there are 6 prosecutors who signed that indictment. In EDVA, which is less than a mile from my office, 1 attorney, unqualified, signed those 2 indictments for Comey and James. Big difference. And Bill brought up a good point. This is a speaking indictment. And I always liked speaking indictments, but I have to stress this.
Explain what that is, Gene.
They didn't put everything in that indictment. They held back a little bit, I'll guarantee it.
Explain what a speaking indictment is.
Pardon me, sir?
Explain what a speaking indictment is.
A speaking indictment is when the government puts forth a narrative, puts forth overt acts and events that support each count. And this indictment is over 20 pages, 26, I think it is. It has meat on the bones. The indictment that the interim U.S. attorney did for Comey and James, it was like a page and a half. They call those bare bones. When a prosecutor has confidence in their case, and Bill will tell you, they do a speaking indictment because they want to scare the living bejesus out of the defendant. And that's what they're trying to do here. But going back to the 6 prosecutors, the top of that list is Kelly Hayes, 12 years in the Maryland U.S. Attorney's Office. She has a moral and ethical compass that is unsurpassed. If she signed this indictment, you can take it to the bank. How would I defend it? Well, first, I would put my set of rosary beads down and stop praying. Second, the first thing I would try to do, Bill and Chris, is I would file a motion to suppress the search warrant. As Bill will tell you, that's a tough road to hoe. There's a famous case from the 80s, Leon. It's hard to suppress a search warrant approved by a magistrate, but I give it a shot. You might get some information at the suppression hearing that could help your case. But the main motion that I would focus on, if I were the defense attorney, is vindictive. This is not selective prosecution. If anybody should be charged, it's the former Assistant Attorney General of the Justice Department, a State Department high official, and the ambassador to the United Nations, who then became the National Security Advisor. If anybody should be charged, it's him.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.